I grew up in Manhattan, Kansas, in K-State country.
Okay.
And decided to leave, and I went to the University of Arkansas. I played volleyball there. I was a middle blocker. So, woo pig. And then I ended up getting my degree in kinesiology, and then I stayed and got a master's in exercise science biomechanics. And I finished that in about a year and a half, and then I came back home, which home now is Wichita. My family moved to Wichita after I graduated high school. So I have 3 younger siblings that claim Wichita and grew up in Wichita. And I came back and thought, I'm not going to stick around. And then about 2 years later, I was still here. I said, okay, I guess I'm staying. So I've been here ever since.
And you were coaching most recently in the high school level?
Yes, I coached at Wichita Collegiate, and I was there for 5 summers as their strength and conditioning coach, doing a strength and conditioning program. And then I coached there for 4 years, 2 as a JV coach, and then most recently 2 as the varsity coach.
Okay.
So.
And making this jump from high school, kind of, what was that, class 3?
Yeah,
3A,
3A.
Yeah.
Borderline 4A, they're right there.
Right, yeah. And it depends on what the enrollment numbers are that year. Yeah. So making that jump from high school into college, what do you see are the bigger challenges?
I've been coaching club volleyball, and I coach the 18s. So I've had a lot of girls that are going on to play college volleyball, D1 schools, D2 schools, lots of different schools. And so I've had a lot of interaction with those kinds of athletes, and I think that's what really led me to want to do this. So I don't see there being a whole lot of challenges. I, again, have not coached at the collegiate level, and so getting acclimated and everything like that is probably going to be what's tough for me. The volleyball part of things will be fine. And, communicating with the girls and everything. I've worked with girls of this age for a long time now, so I think I'll be okay.
I was going to say, a little bit of a whirlwind, this week.
A little bit this week. Yes, week has been a whirlwind, and that might be an understatement, but I'm loving every moment of it. So, in fact, I think I was talking to my mom, and she said, how's it going? I said, I got to wake up at 4:30 because I'm going to go work out and then go straight to the office. And she said, okay, but you didn't get home until 10:30. I said, I know. It's great. So there's just so much I have to do, but I'm really loving it so far.
Well, let me ask you just what attracted you to Newman?
I've known Cam Clark for a long time, and I've worked with him closely because he also is the athletic trainer at Collegiate. And so I've done the summer programming with him, and he's always talked highly of Newman because he's here. And so I've heard bits and pieces from him, really love Cam. And so it had always kind of been in the back of my head. And it's really nice. I'm such a family person. My parents are still in town. And so to be able to have this opportunity here in town where my parents are is just a blessing. And it would be harder to go away and try and take an opportunity out there. But so this was really, it felt like it was perfect.
And let me ask you, what do you think you bring to Newman, kind of the strengths that you bring to this program?
I am a certified strength and conditioning specialist, and that's what I did all that schooling for. And so I'm coming in with a background. I grew up in the weight room, and I am really focused on making sure that we're building better athletes first and foremost. And I'm like I said, I'm not worried about the volleyball. I know my volleyball and everything. I want to make sure we have good, healthy, strong athletes. And so I think I'm going to bring a lot of that to this program, and I'm hoping we have some injury stuff going on right now, and I'm hoping we can get that taken care of before the season. But aside from that background, I am super passionate. I love the sport. I love working with really driven, goal-oriented people, and so I figure this is right up my alley.
What kind of maybe personal goals do you have set for yourself regarding the program?
Success for me is mostly defined by how I'm affecting these girls, and maybe not always necessarily from the volleyball aspect of things. I want to be a positive, influence on their lives. And so if I can see personal growth in these kids as we go, that's success for me. From a volleyball standpoint, I also want to see them grow on the court. I'm hoping that the knowledge I can impart is something that they'll take and run with. and hopefully that means wins for us. In talking to the girls in individual meetings, they feel really confident about going back to the conference tournament and hopefully winning it all. So I feel really great about, you know, their expectations for themselves. And so really it's just continuing where this program has left off and hopefully taking it that much further.